Hey, Winter here, and today I'm in Las Vegas. You can't really tell, but I'm here at a conference. I have a very good friend, and I'm excited to introduce him to you. Now, this is Rasheed. Now, Rasheed, I've known you for 5, 6, 7 years, right? Quite a while.
Probably more than that,
and honestly, out of anyone that I know, dude, you have literally had the rags to riches story, and you've done it all yourself. And I know for myself and what I've gone through in life, you can only do that with positive mindset, with positive manifestation, and really making it happen internally before anything externally happens. So really quickly, if you could just give us a brief rundown, Rasheed, of what you've been through and where you're at now.
Okay. Basically, in a nutshell, at the age of 14, I was homeless. I ran away from home because I came from a very, very abusive home. And it was safer for me to be on the street than it was at home. So I, basically stayed on the street. And, from about that age to, I'm 40 now, I've pretty much been on my own. I've had family or friends help me out here and there. And, those are the people that generally touch your life in a certain way. And, but for the most part, I've, been on my own, and I've been this self-contained being, that I had to just kind of succeed on my own, or there was no springboard, there was no what's the word there was no cushion to fall back on, and so it's either succeed or not, and that was kind of what got me into being an entrepreneur. After I ran away, I actually got that mindset of freedom and not letting anyone control you, and that kind of actually changed me. Being homeless actually helped me to realize what real freedom was, and not the type of freedom that we all take, we all know and take for granted, but the type that is really meaningful, and you being that person that controls your destiny. And that was what really, where I got from nothing to making millions of dollars a month now.
Yeah, so literally from like the streets of New York, right? The streets of Queens.
Yeah.
So these are just like small streets, whatever, the rough streets, to your business this year did 8 figures, right? I mean, ginormous feats. I mean, in a nutshell, what would be the 3 steps that you say, or the 3 tools that someone viewing at home today could implement in their life so they can start achieving what they're working towards, whether financial, health, love, whatever it is? What are 3 simple tools that they could implement in the next few days so 2016 could help you guys be your best year yet?
Well, he always asks the easy questions, right? There's a ton of things that I can think of, but there's just basically 3 daily habits that I have that I think have been critical to my success. Number 1 is just having a firm belief in what your future vision is of yourself, what you know. Believe that you have a destiny, and that destiny is written. It is in the stars and the universe, and this is what you want to become. This is what you'll become, and having an undying, unwavering commitment to that destiny. That's something I always, you have these hard times, and you're going to have to get through those hard times and just kind of push through. And okay, well, if you have this future sight of yourself, okay, that's who I want to be. That's this guy or this woman that I am going to be, and everything else kind of just falls into place. That's the one thing, having that vision. The second thing, which I think most people don't even think about, is where you want to be, and that there's this beautiful world out there that you can create. But what people don't do is, there's something that you can do today, and something that you can do tomorrow and this week and this month to get to that goal, to achieve those steps. And what I do is I make a habit of just writing down, whether it's 5 or 10 things that you want to accomplish today. And let's say you get 7 of those done, right? You may not get everything done. Sometimes you get everything done. Tomorrow, well, you add it to tomorrow, and you add the rest of the things that you want to have accomplished. So you get that list done every day. And sure enough, if you look back, you'll see, wow, I've come a long way. Look how much stuff I've done. And it's you're never exhausted because you're like, wow, yeah, okay, you just want to keep doing more and more and more, and that it just builds up that energy. That you're just building that momentum, that snowball, sort of the snowball effect. And then one of my own daily habits is I'm heavy into Audible now. Prior to Audible and having the kind of money just keep spending on books and stuff, I would at least read 2 books a month. Now I listen to a book on the way to the conference on the plane. It was 6 hours long and of listening. So reading or listening, depending on what suits you best. I think having the right books, whether it's business, success, personal development books, business books, anything that you can to self-educate while you're on the road while you're on that path, it just helps to reinforce everything that you're working towards, and it just kind of like gives you those roots. Sort of like a giant tree, an oak tree. It just gives you those roots that stabilizes you and gives you not only the positive energy and that, but it just kind of opens up your mind and gives you ideas and stuff like that.
Awesome. So the first one, I call that future tracing. Mm-hmm. So we really have to put out there what we want,
right?
And we have to envision it.
Yeah.
We have to have a real end goal in sight.
Right.
But to get to that end goal comes that second one of the daily tasks, the weekly tasks, the weekly goals.
Right.
But so many people I know in the past myself, I've set goals that are like climbing Mount Everest before I've climbed, a small hill.
Right.
So it's like I find in order to obtain those daily goals, don't set ginormous goals. Set ones that lead up to that ginormous goal. And again, back to that future tracing, what you want in the future that's going to get you there. But those daily goals that you can bite off on a daily or weekly or monthly. And then really continuing to your education. I mean, I've always said, if you're not learning, you're dying. Right. So Audible, I know you've turned me on to a lot of books that we've spent time talking about. I've spent time listening while I'm driving with Audible, and continuing your own inner growth through books and education. Yeah. So those are 3 key things. Thank you very much for having me today.
Welcome.
I look forward to having more interviews with my good friend here, Rasheed. And if you guys have any questions for Rasheed or myself, down below, please, any comments, anything at all, just fill it out down below, and we'll be back next week. Thank you.